We'll have him start with a statement, then we'll take questions.
You know, it was a great basketball game. We didn't care who won, but obviously I cared who won, and the wrong team won. Our guys competed their hearts out, and as Doug alluded to, we really felt like coming in here and having the ability to throw the first punch would be important, and really, control the game for, at least the first 25 or 30 minutes before they made that run on us. But I give obviously a lot of credit. We were going to make somebody else beat us, or at least make them beat us in a way that was different than how they won their previous 3 games. Except for a couple mistakes we made on Scott, and Jamie throwing in a 35-footer at the end. We did a good job on those 2 guys, limiting their looks at the 3-point line. Deontay made some plays, but Jake Anderson was really the difference in the game. He and Melvin, just some of their hustle plays that we didn't quite match.
Questions?
The shot, can you?
There's no monitor, so we'll never know. But actually, we will know because they counted it. So, we had as good an officiating crew as you could ask for. So, they say counted, it counted.
Did you know going in that there were going to be no reviews, or did you not
They
find out?
let us know that before the game. They told both coaches, and it's unfortunate because you hate to have a game decided when you don't know for sure. But the reality of it is I've got all the confidence in that officiating crew in the world, and if they said it was off before the light went on, then it was off.
The tempo of this game, is this something that you've counted on?
The number of possessions wasn't necessarily high. I think there was less than 70 possessions in the game. But both teams just played really well offensively or really poorly defensively, depending on how you're looking at it. The reality of it is we did some things offensively that we haven't done yet this year. We made some giant strides forward on the offensive end of the floor. Defensively, we needed to put 2 halves together. And we hold them to 37 points in the second half. We're talking about a double-digit win for us. But we didn't quite have it in our tank the second half defensively. And if we're going to be successful long-term, it probably isn't going to be outscoring people. We've got to be able to out-tough them and out-defend them. And we didn't do as good a job of that. But again, a lot of that credit goes to the Cyclones.
Coach, tomorrow in the media, there's pretty clear shots that the ball was not good, the ball was still in his hands. How do you address that with the team once they see it?
We have no rearview mirror in our car. We're moving this baby forward. You can't live like that. And we've got a day off tomorrow. And my challenge to this group is just if we stay together and we continue to work, and this team gets along really well, and they'll look in the mirror and think about the things that they could have done differently to change the outcome of this game. An offensive play here where we're in the wrong spot, or a defensive miscue or a missed block out, and understand that, what we talk about in practice, those little things really add up when the game's tied with 1.6 seconds left. If they can learn from that, there's not much lost in this, and we'll get back in the practice floor on Tuesday and turn our attention to Kennesaw State.
What was it like for you playing against Iowa State?
It was different because I've got tremendous respect for everybody that's part of that program. Everybody that played today, I either recruited or had a hand in recruiting and coached. And several of the guys on the bench over there are very close friends of mine. So I don't want them to lose, and I'll cheer for them every time moving forward. But obviously it's different when you walk in the Cardinal and gold. Cheering against you instead of for you, although there was probably a few of those when I was at Iowa State anyway. So
What did you think of the
they're happy tonight.
What did you think of the reception that you got when you came out? And
I don't pay much attention. I don't pay much attention when it just in the world of college coaching, you've got to have a pretty short memory and not great hearing when you're on the bench. So.
Take 3 more.
Coach, we knew that when Gregory becomes eligible that Kenny was going to step out and shoot threes, but I don't think anybody thought it would happen this quickly. Talk about the game plan to have Kenny step out and shoot that many threes.
Well, Kenny can really shoot. Maybe one of the best shooters on our team. And you have to sometimes take over the course of the game what they're giving you. And they were plugging it up in some other ways and making it tough in there. And he got some open looks at it. And had one of the ones he made came at a different time instead of that one late, it really changes the outcome of the game. So I think it's important that Kenny knows that I have confidence in him to do that. But we made some baskets down low. Doug battled down there. Wayne did a good job, and Kenny made some baskets around the rim as well. But we're going to give him the flexibility to go ahead and shoot that.